What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Dense Pixels Podcast. I'm your host, Brad, joined by my co-hosts, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
So we'll get right into it. What we've been playing. Nothing new. I don't think you guys want to hear me talk about Destiny 2.
Yeah, that don't.
A lot more. But I could. I could. I just want to play that out.
I gotta kill people in the Crucible now, and it's gonna take me forever.
It is not gonna take me.
I have to use a hand cannon.
How many do you have so far? How many headshots?
Three.
Three. You know what?
3 what?
3 headshot kills. He needs 25 to complete this quest step.
I mean, that's what you aim for.
Fuck off, though. I don't feel bad for you at all because they gimped the Ace of Spades quest and made it too easy.
So, Terrence, just to fill you in on what we're talking about, right? You get
before you continue, I actually did re-download the game.
Uh-huh.
And I started playing like the campaign, but it's vanilla Destiny 2.
Yeah, but you're still the recipient of some of the tweaks and changes that have been made.
Some of the quality of life changes.
Yeah,
are in that one.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what quality of life changes happened because I didn't play it.
Because you didn't play the other one, so it's all new to you.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm still not paying $50 for Forsaken, but that comes with the other 2 DLC packs too, right?
Yes,
I think so.
If you buy the Legendary Collection, yes, it comes with all.
Not just regular Forsaken. It says there's 2 options. It's $99. Like you can suck my dick.
No, there's actually like 8 options.
They only have 2 on PlayStation.
There should be more than 2 because it's $40 just for Forsaken and it's $60 for the Legendary Edition that includes both expansions and Forsaken.
They have 2. It's $59 or $99.
Well, $59 would be the one that you want.
Right.
No,
$99 is the base game along with it.
But you get the fucking thing for free.
Not next month.
Yeah, not in a week you don't. But yes, Micah, explain to Terrence why you are, and you and everybody else that gets the Ace of Spades after this past week is a bitch.
I like to...
God damn.
I'm salty, and you're gonna find out why.
I like to think that we are not early adopters. And so, Terrence,
that's how that works. Early adopters always get fucked over.
Exactly.
Your fault, nigga.
So there's this mode called Gambit, right? You know about Gambit. It's the PvPvE mode. Where the PvP part comes in is you can invade the other team's world and kill them to hamper their progress. Now, when you invade or when someone invades your world, they have an overshield on them, and it's more difficult for them to kill. So they have the overshield, the regular shield, and their health, right? And they usually come in guns blazing. They either have like a rocket ready and or a super charged up, because they can only be in your world for 30 seconds, right? Now, it's very difficult because they're here, but you don't know where they are. And all of a sudden you just see this red, like amorphous blob just shoot you from across the fucking map with a fusion rifle. And so part of this quest line is you have to kill 5 of those people with a hand cannon.
Final blow, by the way. You don't get credit if you contribute. You have to land.
You have to land the killing blow over a player character that has an overshield and a super, probably, and that shoots you with a fusion rifle from halfway across the arena, right? Brad did this.
Took me 12 matches, yo. 12 fucking matches.
Times? You got to do it once?
5. You do it 5 times.
And it's not like they only come in once per round. When he says 12 matches, I mean, an invader can come in 5-6 times in a match. So it took him 12 matches. Now, a lot of people apparently were up in arms about this. Like, I want the Ace of Spades, but I can't. I'm a big Motorhead fan, and I want the Ace of Spades, but I can't get it because I have the Michael J. Fox disease and can't hit a target straight. Right? So it's like, okay, well, they were like, all right, well, you don't have to kill this person who has an overshield probably has a super at the ready and can shoot you with a fusion rifle from halfway across the arena. All you got to do now is just use a hand cannon.
Yo,
we played Gambit the other night, Terrence, and Micah had that shit done in like 3 matches because they gave you credit for anything you killed with a hand
cannon.
Yes, yep. And you got bonus credit if you killed another Guardian with it.
Anthony had it done like in 2.
He was just
funny. Goddamn ridiculous. You know what, Micah? I hope it takes you 30 Crucible matches to land 25 fucking headshots. You know how long that part took me? Like 8. Because I can actually shoot straight.
Well, look, this is where you get to laugh at me because I can't. I woke up this morning early. I'm like, all right, let me just see how this is gonna work. Right? I didn't do Iron Banner, right? Because none of my hand cannons are up to par. So I just did a regular quick play, and I'm just shooting. And I remember Brad was like, all right, Brad said, don't focus on necessarily just getting headshots. Focus on getting kills, and the headshots will come naturally. Of course, I didn't listen to him because I don't trust white people, right? So I'm sitting here trying to line up shots, and I hear all you got to do is shoot people 3 times with a hand cannon, and they go down. I couldn't hit the broadside of a ball. I couldn't hit a Titan barrier with a hand cannon, let alone a Titan in the head. So yeah, I played one. I got 3 whopping headshot kills and maybe like 2 other regular kills with a hand cannon. And I'm experimenting with different hand cannons, trying to see which one I like. I kind of like the Duke just because it's called the Duke.
The Duke is good. If you have the Gambit hand cannon, that's also solid as well.
I do not have that. I have the Duke. I have the Sunspot. And...
Oh fuck! No! You cannot use Sunspot. You cannot use Sunspot.
Oh,
because the explosion damage will fuck with your headshot. So
of course it will.
Yes.
And I have the hand cannon that you get from Petrovej when you enter the Dreaming City.
Not a hand cannon, but that's okay.
That's not a hand cannon?
A sidearm.
That's a sidearm?
Yeah. You might. So it's not the same. You don't get the same. I got a sniper rifle.
Okay.
I got mine.
I got a hand cannon.
Okay. That's fine.
So I'll probably just keep using the Duke because it's called the Duke.
So all of you guys that get the Ace of Spades after this week, you had it easy. I'd earned that shit.
Who said, yo, this nigga got an overshield and you got to hit him?
It was hard.
With a hand cannon in the head.
Really hard.
And fucking with standing on 1 foot. Like, nigga, get out of my face. I ain't trying to do all that bullshit.
The worst part is I got to 4. Like I had 4 kills, so I just need 1 more. And I swear to God, we played like 2 matches of Gambit where I was in on the invader kill and I thought I landed the last blow. I was like, yes, and then I didn't see the quest thing pop, and I looked at the fucking kill tracker and it was like some other dude on your team got the fight. I was like, fuck, come on. Come on. Give me that shit.
What was that shotgun in the first one where you had to go through hell to get this? I can't remember what the fuck it was.
But it wasn't the chaperone, was it?
Yes.
Well, the chaperone's back, but it's way easier to get in this one.
Yo, I'm like, I think I got it. Like, nigga, that shit wasn't fun. Like, it's not. Like, you got to go through crazy shit to get these weapons. I did get the chaperone because I did that crazy dumb shit that they make you go through to get it. So yeah, you know what? I don't feel bad for you, Brad. Because I got the majority of the legendary weapons in the first Destiny. I played the hell out of that fucking game. I really did.
You should give this one a shot.
I don't feel like paying $60.
We'll see if we can start a GoFundMe.
Buy Terrence a Switch and Destiny 2 Legendary Edition. GoFundMe. Things he secretly wants but will not pay for.
3 people $60. 3 people $20 a piece. Boom. Just saying. All this content we give y'all. Asking for something back. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm in.
Well,
anyway,
since we're talking about it. Oh yeah,
I finally completed it, and I said yesterday after I beat it that the game sticks the landing. What?
Time out. You can't say you finally completed it when the game's only been out for 2.5 weeks. Like if I beat God of War, I could be like, I finally completed God of War because I've had that shit
because you had it for
I've had that shit
8
for
months.
6 months.
I mean, look, I finished it. God damn it!
Did
It
you
sticks to
enjoy it?
landing. Yeah, it like again, games have much like movies. Games have a problem with their endings. Like they're usually terrible. This one wasn't. It was
hang on.
very
So hang on a second, real quick. I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock. And if you don't want to hear Spider-Man spoilers,
I'm not going to spoil anything.
No, we can talk about it because I don't give a shit. Like, you can, like we can talk about the ending and whatever else real quick. Hang on. So 3 minutes on the clock. Skip ahead starting now.
Aunt May died, yo.
Yeah.
Aunt May died, yo.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Oh, there are no sacred cows, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
God,
I saw it coming after, like, right after the fight with Doc Ock. I'm like, he's not. It's Spider-Man, yo.
Oh, is Doc Ock the guy that?
Of course it is.
Okay.
He's got like Parkinson's or whatever the fuck, and so he gets to. He's the main guy. He's the guy that it's the Sinister Six, essentially. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You have to. It's a gauntlet where you have to go. If you go through the actual story, you have to fight all 6 of them. Sometimes it's 2 of them at the same time. What was fight was that? That was super fucking annoying. The one with
Electro and Vulture.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this nonsense?
Fuck that. Yo, Brad, you have to fight them in the air.
Yeah, it was.
That sounds cool though.
It was, but it was annoying. I think it took me like 3 tries because I kept fucking up. Rhino and Scorpion was pretty cool.
They kind of cheated their way. Like they could have used Mysterio, but they were like, "Oh, let's give Scorpion the hallucination venom."
Yeah.
So they're like, "Nah, man, that's Mysterio. Give that shit to Mysterio." Yo.
And then, but the Doc Ock fight, while it wasn't, it was just like every boss fight was exactly the same. Like they kind of was like, this is the formula we're going to use for the boss fights, whatever.
Yeah.
But like the way it was presented was fucking awesome. Like that man. Doc Ock fight was so fucking cool.
It was so cinematic.
Yeah. Like them niggas are fighting on the side of the building at the end. I'm like, yo, that's fucking great. And then the ending comes.
Like the end, the story is better than every Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
everyone,
and quite frankly, including Homecoming.
Yes, yeah. And quite frankly, this Spider-Man is smarter than the 616 Spider-Man because the 616 Spider-Man made a deal with the devil to keep his old ass aunt alive, and it ruined his marriage. Nah, yo, old people die, yo. Old people die. Get over it.
Yeah, so the end, like he finds this apparently I can't remember Mr. Negative or no, actually Doc Ock was you're gonna poison the city, and you get the anti-venom or you get the anti-serum or whatever, and it's either you save your aunt or you let the doctor do what he has to do to create a serum for everybody. And his being Spider-Man, he's like, shit, I gotta save more people than my aunt. So he saves it, so she dies.
Okay. Well, that's also, we're right about 3 minutes, FYI.
Damn. So. There was another little stinger, if you will, at the end, which I saw it coming, but
everybody could see it coming.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it offline because 3 minutes has ended now. So Batman showed up in Spider-Man, huh? Crazy. That's insane.
Fucking crazy.
I can't believe that they had Rocksteady guest develop.
And he was like, and he showed his dick. I'm like, what the fuck kind of nonsense is this? That doesn't make any kind of sense for Spider-Man, but whatever.
That's a new thing. It's gonna be just like in the rap community. You're gonna have guest developers develop on games, like Spider-Man featuring Rocksteady.
But overall, like if you haven't played it and you have any inclination to pick it up, it's a fucking great game. Like I enjoyed it. I'm trying to 100% it now. Some of those challenges are getting on my goddamn nerves. They really are.
You can get silver in them. Look,
but I need the coins because I think I upgraded too many of my gadgets.
Oh yeah. Well, you're boned.
Yeah, I'm like shit. What the fuck?
Wait, so they penalized you for upgrading stuff in the game?
No, because one of the things is you got to unlock all the suits. So I'm gonna have to basically get gold in these challenges.
Oh, is there like a fixed number you can't grind? You can't grind it out.
You can't grind it out. There's a set number of a certain currency. and you can't.
So I'm gonna have to use the rest of that currency to buy the suits. I only need 2 more suits. Yeah, 3 more suits. No 2. So I need like 10 more tokens, 10 more challenge tokens, and I need a couple more. I need a couple more hideout tokens.
Yeah,
so yeah, I guess
that's what I need. So, yeah.
I reloaded a save because I'm like, I ain't no way I'm getting gold on these challenges.
I guess I guess you can tell who planned for the platinum and who didn't. Looking at that,
like I'm close. Whatever. If I don't get it, whatever. I don't have any platinum in anything else. It wouldn't be the first time I get a platinum.
Fair enough. So
it's a great game.
Well, very good. So a bit of housekeeping before we move on. Go to youtube.com/densepixels. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon. That way you never miss when we upload an episode. By the way, I said I was going to start streaming on YouTube. I did that for the first time last week, and it was already like 10 times more successful than any Twitch stream that I've ever had. So I'm probably going to go to YouTube exclusively for when I stream. So again, if you want to see me play right now Destiny 2, there'll be other stuff down the road. But yeah, youtube.com/densepixels. And yeah, when I'm streaming, come in and chat. I've always got the chat up. We can chat. Maybe Terrence will start doing the shit more often, and maybe we can even get Micah to get on the stream bandwagon.
It all depends on what I'm playing. Like I'll like stream Dragon Ball Z if y'all want to hear me rage a little bit.
Terrence won't talk to you during Dragon Ball Z, but you can watch him play. So
yeah, I mean, if I put the headset on, like, because I'm fucking fighting, like, gotta concentrate, son.
Also, if you are not a premium member of TNP Studios Network, you should do that today. Go to densepixels.com/premium. It's just $5 a month or $50 for the entire year to sign up to get access to our premium slate of podcasts, including the Look Forward Political Podcast, the Airing Your Grievances, the Men with the Golden Tongues, and No Time to Bleed, our action movie podcast. Mike and I need to get off our ass and record another episode of the Men with the Golden Tongues.
Yep, and it might not be until next month.
Hey, you've been busy. You have an excuse.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, listen to last week's Nerdpocalypse, 2 weeks ago's Nerdpocalypse. I can't remember which.
Yeah, or I can just tell you now. I'm having a kid. And
Mazel tov.
Yes,
we already knew, obviously. So,
yes. So I'll probably be taking a break from this podcast also, because he's due in January. So a couple of months I'll be off just to help my wife recover and corrupt my son.
couple months you think you'll be off, huh? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. I have a feeling a couple weeks in you're going to be dying to fucking get away for an hour and a half to talk about video games, as I can tell you from past experience. So. But yes, densepixels.com/premium. Sign up for premium today. And of course, we are just one show in the TNP Studios Network. Check out the Nerdpocalypse. Check out Black on Black Cinema. And no matter what podcatching app that you choose, make sure you subscribe to each of those shows, and we will deliver podcasts to you in the middle of the night like a podcast ninja. So new releases this week. FIFA 19 releasing in 2 editions this week. Valkyria Chronicles 4 coming to all consoles, including the Nintendo Switch. Forza Horizon 4, the Ultimate Edition, comes out on Friday. Standard Edition comes out next week. A game that I wasn't at all curious or interested in until they announced they have a James Bond car pack coming out for the game.
That's it. That's all it took.
That's all it took. But I mean, I don't have my Xbox anymore, so I can't fucking play it. But if I did, you bet your ass that I'd be checking that shit out. Dakar 18, a Dakar rally game, released this week. Dragon Ball Fighters comes out for the Nintendo Switch. This is the Police 2, the prison simulator game, comes out on PS4 and Switch this week. Hollow Knight coming to PS4 and Xbox One. It's already been on Switch for a while. Warface comes to Xbox One. Pizza Titan Ultra comes to Xbox One. Life is Strange 2, Episode 1, coming to Xbox One and PS4. And Creed Rise to Glory comes to PlayStation VR. So if you want to box a sort of virtual representation of Michael B. Jordan, then there's that. That game looks like Punch-Out, by the way. So if you want PSVR Punch-Out, but probably not as good, then check out Creed Rise to Glory. Yeah, go for
it. Cooler and Android 17 comes out this week for Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's probably why they're coinciding the Switch release.
Yeah,
with that as well.
Thursday, I believe.
Is Android?
I think those are the last two characters.
Is Android 17 Ronda Rousey's brother? Android 18 or 16 or whatever one she looks like?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's the one with the scarf.
Yeah.
He looks pretty fucking cool.
And jeans. Okay. All right. Everybody else has like orange monk outfits and like bulletproof like pads with blue pants. Oh, this guy's got a t-shirt and jeans.
He got fucking like straight leg jeans and Timbs.
Right.
Okay,
sure. What an ascot.
Casual fight day. What do you want?
It looks pretty fucking cool though. Like I can't wait for him to come out and try to jump in the lab with me. It looks fun. Cooler, I don't.
So, a couple of release date and new game announcements. Fortnite Season 6 begins this Friday, September 27th. The Red Dead Redemption Online is going to be launching in November, but as a public beta. I guess it won't be ready for prime time for a couple of months.
I feel like that game is not going to be good online.
We'll see. They haven't said anything about it yet. So.
Bank robberies and poker. What else? What else can you do?
I mean, you can. I'm assuming a lot of stuff's going to cross over from GTA, right? Like you can have a hideout. You can probably
1889. What are you going to do?
You can get an assortment of horses and stagecoaches.
Right, you're going to have a hangar full of horses
and stagecoaches. Don't forget.
Yeah,
You can round up the runaways.
You can buy a train. Like you can buy the engine first, then you add cars as you go along. So.
What are you get? Rob a fort?
Probably.
I don't like. It's just gonna be. That's all. That's it. You don't have planes. You got trains. You ain't got automobiles. The fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, you're gonna collect horses.
So it's just gonna be a bunch of niggas riding around in horses. You can't get hit. I mean, a horse can run you over, but it ain't like a car.
You gotta murder savages. You can murder savages.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I don't need I don't.
We'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it comes
out.
Up.
Be as robust as
you can accessorize your cowboy with all sorts of sundries and whatnot. Clothing.
What they should allow you to do
10-gallon hats, huge 10-gallon hats. That'd be something.
Customize your guns because they had those ornate guns. Those always look cool. But that's about it. Like again, I don't see what else the fuck you can do. Drink, play poker, and rob banks. Seriously, I don't get it. I don't know what you're gonna be able to do. We'll see.
Maybe you can. Maybe you could recreate Blazing Saddles.
Where the white women at?
The sheriff is near. Is that what he said? It sounded like he said the sheriff was near. The sheriff is near.
I don't have high hopes for the multiplayer. Like, and then the multiplayer in GTA 5 is. That's just a big fuck you. Like it's nothing but a bunch of people griefing you, and like they pay for like shark cards, and it's just a mess. Actually,
like I said, my prediction for Red Dead is that you're going to pay real money to get fake money to play fake poker. That you can then do nothing with that money but buy fake things in a game. That's what's going to happen. People are gonna have a gambling Jones with fucking Red Dead cards. What are they going to call this? Horse cards. We'll call them horse cards. Yeah. Why
not? I can't wait to see what they do with it, but I don't see it. Not yet.
Speaking of Red Dead 2, there is a PS4 Pro bundle coming that releases with the game on October 26th when the game releases as well. And I didn't put this in news because I don't really care to talk about it that much because I'm getting to a point of oversaturation, or not oversaturation, but just fuck this game until real stuff gets shown. There's a new Death Stranding trailer. Troy Baker's in it. He's apparently the bad guy, which is a dude that has like a gold fucking skull face. And
fine, whatever.
Watch that. Yeah.
Sure. Is it?
What does it mean? Nothing. It means nothing.
Again. That's what
what's up with these like fake ghosts that they have? These like lights that kind of just hang out with them. And what is going on? Looking at it now, and he's like slamming the ground, and like blackness is coming out, and like a black lion or whatever that. Fuck this game, man. I really want this game to fail, and it won't. That's the frustrating thing is this game won't fail. Everybody in the gaming industry is gonna fall over themselves. They're going to trip over their own dicks to praise this stupid thing. And then,
no matter how good it is or not.
Right. So. And then a month later, people are going to be like, well, maybe we spoke a little too soon. Look. Like, nah, man. Nah. Get out of here.
So, but that's new releases, that's new announcements. So I will give the baton to Terrence.
Oh my god, that shit just looks so. It insists upon itself. It's incredibly pretentious, and I don't. Anyway, introducing PlayStation Classic with 20 preloaded games. You think this is not going to sell nearly as well as the fucking? NES
I
Classic.
can't imagine. Well, I mean, so this is weird. So there's 20 games that are gonna be in the console. They've only announced 5 so far.
What games?
And not all of them are like, ooh, I can't wait to run out and grab. Like, you think if you're going to only announce 5, you're going to announce your best 5, right?
Oh, it's got Final Fantasy 7.
Well, of course it has Final Fantasy 7. so that the fucking PlayStation Classic can set the record for being the 50th fucking console or service that Final Fantasy 7's been released on. Jesus.
You sound angry.
I'm done with fucking Final Fantasy 7 at this point.
Ridge Racer 4,
Tekken
3, and Wild Arms. Wild Arms? What the fuck?
There's some people that really like Wild Arms. Jumping Flash is on there only because that was technically the first 3D platform game. Like, it beat out it beat Mario 64, but it's not good. Like, it's on there for historical purposes, but it's not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, man. Like I said, Tekken 3, cool. Wild Arms, some people will be really excited about it. Final Fantasy 7, wanking motion. And then Jumping Flash and Ridge Racer 4, who cares? Who cares?
I mean, who cares for all of these? Like, I don't want to go back. I want to go.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like,
I'm not going to play Tekken 3 when Tekken 7 is sitting right there. You can't be Negan in Tekken 3.
So just because it's low hanging fruit, what other games must be on this console for it to be a legit PlayStation Classic? Okay.
Tomb Raider.
Metal Gear Solid, I think, has to be.
Jet Moto.
Metal Gear.
Crash Bandicoot.
Is that like a beloved franchise?
It is a beloved PlayStation game, yes.
Yeah. First time I played it was when I played Tekken Uncharted.
I know you've talked about that on the show, and it was hilarious. And I remember getting your thoughts on Crash Bandicoot 1.
It stinks.
I'd put Jet Moto on there. You remember that game?
I mean, Spyro 1 probably ought to be on there.
What else
as well?
There you go. Resident Evil.
Yeah,
that's got to be on there.
And Resident Evil 2.
They won't do 2 because 2's getting ready to come out.
And then why not put it on there?
Oh, you know what they'll put on there? That goddamn Castlevania Symphony.
Oh, they should though. That's one that has to be on there. I think.
I enjoy that game.
You don't like that game? Final Fantasy? No, I don't.
You don't like Symphony of the Night?
No.
Why not?
First of all, it's a Castlevania game where you're playing Dracula. What the fuck?
It's not. No. You're not Dracula.
Excuse me. You're Alucard, dyslexic Dracula. And second of all, that game is the reason why people refer to Metroid-style games as Metroidvania games.
Are you really going to hold a 21-year-old grudge against a genre classification? Really?
Yep. Wow. Fuck that game and
levels of petty that we can only aspire to live up to at some point. I'm a little salty that they're not putting DualShock controllers with this. I mean, I get why they're not, because I mean the original PlayStation when it launched had the regular controllers, but where's my DualShock? Where's my analog sticks? I don't like that.
Yeah, this is classic.
I don't care.
Those little ass tiny fucking yo. When was the last time you held a PlayStation controller, like an original PlayStation controller?
Oh, like a PS1, like that controller. The no, yeah, it's weird.
Like it's so. Ugh, I don't like it.
It's a little strange.
Yeah. I'm not. I have no inclination to even.
No, I'm not.
Think about buying.
I'm not buying this either. It's gonna be $100.
Yeah, fuck no.
Comes out December 3rd.
No, I'm fine.
But yeah.
Nah. And look, if Brad ain't getting it.
Well, but the problem with PlayStation is that they make their shit available on
everything.
Yeah,
and they look better on what everything else because the graphics are. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to play Jumpin' Flash in its original form. I never played it to begin with, but like PlayStation games were ugly.
Right.
They just were.
And I mean, and you can say, well, Nintendo did the same thing, and that's not wrong. But by the time that the NES Classic and the Super NES Classic came out, nobody had the Wii U, and they're being very coy about putting out a virtual console. I mean, they're not putting out a virtual console on Switch, so it's becoming harder to find those Nintendo games. So yeah, I don't think it's quite outstarted. But yeah, all the classic PlayStation games have been released multiple times over. Plus, like if they do Crash and Spyro, why are you going to fucking play again the original versions of Crash and Spyro when you can play beautiful HD remastered versions of Crash and Spyro?
I'm good. Like I'm not that nostalgic. As much as I love video games, I'm not super nostalgic to play old games because they're ugly. They just are. Next up, you can now download PS2 games on your PS4 from PlayStation Now.
Still costs $20 a month.
Again, no. I play those games on my PS2. What I'm gonna play? Like I don't know.
Well, so why is it like there's a lot of people that are like, oh, this is great news? Like when this story dropped, why? Like I don't understand. Like, do you not? Is it that big of a deal that you don't have to be connected to play these games?
I'm fine. I don't need all of this.
Maybe if you're like me,
$20 a month.
Maybe if you're like me and your internet goes out when it rains, you might want to download. I can't even think of a ridiculous PlayStation 2 game at the moment because I'm focused on the future. But
some PS4 games as well apparently will also be able to be downloaded.
Yo, I had the bouncer. Yo. I had the bouncer. I was like, yo, this shit look hard, yo. I had the bouncer.
Oh shit! What else? So you got a Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Snake Eater was really good. Yeah, I don't know.
I would imagine games out there. I would imagine they probably are.
What else is on the PS2?
I mean, I guess for people who are like, series completionists, you know what I mean? Like maybe they'll want Metal Gear Solid and then 2, 3 Snake. I don't know.
No. And it's $20 a month. No, I'm fine. Speaking of PlayStation, not now, but I did the free trial for PlayStation View because I'm probably gonna get rid of my cable box. It's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah,
it's $50.
Quite good.
How much? What package do you have?
That one, like the $50
package. Yeah, like that's all. Because I still like MSNBC, but I don't have it on my current package because I'm cheap. But it's on that package. It's $50 a month.
Weirdly enough, also the PlayStation 4 has the best app of all of them as well. I guess that's not weird. I guess you would expect that. That way. But,
I just signed up. It took like a minute to sign up for it, and it just started working. I'm like, I just did the trial. I canceled it. I'm probably going to pick it back up next month after I repackage my internet to see if I can get faster internet, but taking the cable off.
Here's the key and pro tip for all you kids out there. What do you have, Verizon, Terrence?
Yeah.
Okay, so with most ISPs, you can buy your own modem and use it. With Verizon, you can't. You have to use theirs, but you can still buy it from them, and it's actually cheaper in the long run to buy it from them up front than it is to pay monthly to rent it.
How much is the modem?
The one they sold me when I first did this was $150. But over the course of a 2-year contract, you save $90. So because you're paying $10 a month to rent the damn thing anyway.
Right. So like it's actually really. I was shocked at how good it worked. Only problem is you can't. You have to like scroll through the channels to get to the one you want.
You know what's good? I like so I went away from the TV guide view because I found that to be really inefficient, and I just used the view where like it has the blocks to show you what show is on each network, basically.
Yeah.
And I find that to be way easier to navigate than the traditional TV guide that they have on there.
You should check it out, Micah. Try it for a week.
I'm too busy looking at pictures of Bowsette.
What the hell is a Bowsette?
Something that is intentionally not on the docket because fuck no.
I don't know what that is.
Fuck no. And plus, Micah cannot get a streaming service because as we've discussed many times on this podcast, he has a technologically inept spouse. And find this very difficult.
She is. She is.
Like it just works. Like for real. Like it's pretty. I was pretty impressed with it. Surprising.
You can't.
It had on that motherfucker. I was like, wait, what?
You can't dial the channel that you
don't need to. There's no numerical channels. It's just the channel.
Yeah, it's the channel.
No,
you can put it in your favorite.
Yeah,
that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
But Mike, it's all because when you put it as a favorite channel, like those are the first ones that are listed. They list them before everything else.
I understand that are coming out of your mouth at this moment, but that's not gonna work. How is she gonna know? How is she gonna know the channel if it's blurry? If it's not blurry and stretched out, how will she be able to watch it?
Look,
how?
If you do this, I will come to your house for a weekend and run your wife through fucking streaming boot camp and teach her how to do this shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good luck. And she pregnant. All right.
No, but honestly, just it gives you like a 5-week free trial? 5 days? I don't know what the hell it was.
7-day trial.
I don't think it was 7. Maybe it was. I have no idea. But like, yeah, just do the free trial and check it out. Just have her take a look at it. Again, it was on it. I was like, what
you gotta turn your PlayStation on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you have like a Roku or whatever, Chromecast. Yeah. Yo, it's not difficult. Bro. It's just like bam, it's there.
She still says Xbox on when she wants to watch something on Netflix. We have a smart TV. You don't have to do that. The Xbox on shit don't work. I've told her that. and the way she said Xbox on, like she's calling a Megazord or some shit like that. Like it's just not. It's not gonna work, yo. It's not gonna work. You're more than welcome to come over here and try, and I will sit here and I will videotape it. That shit will be funny.
God damn, that's fucking funny. Even if it saves money.
Even if it saves money.
That's crazy. Like for
which
real.
Is weird. It depends on how much money it saves because like me, she's very cheap. So it depends on how much money
like, yo, we can lower the fucking internet somehow. Get rid of all these fucking boxes that we don't use that you don't use the HD for. Because that's a waste.
Yeah.
That's a fucking waste.
like Mike, quite a tangent we've gone on as part of the course of this show. Mike, have you actually ever looked at your cable bill and looked at the itemized lines of what you're paying
if
for?
you actually take a look at that motherfucker, yo, you will be like, yo, what the fuck is this tax?
Brad?
Like, what?
Brad, I enjoy hamburgers, but have you actually looked at how a hamburger is actually made?
I have actually.
When they take a sledgehammer to the fucking moo cow and just bam, knock his face into itself. Like no.
I feel like this isn't the same thing.
It's different. But yeah, it's like I used to work for Comcast, so I know what them bills look like. And I'm like, yo, this shit is wild.
To your slaughterhouse analogy, I say you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
You ever see how they get those eggs from those chickens? They wring their fucking necks and then bam, chop it off. Like, nah, just give me my plate of food.
What channels do y'all watch?
I don't watch anything. If I had my druthers, I would occasionally watch Netflix and I would be playing video games all day. I would find something to play because I can't stand watching the TV that's in this house, the shows that are on in this house. But right now, I have to convince her to watch stuff that I would like. Like right now, we're watching Maniac. Thank God we are watching something that I wanted to watch. And you know why we're watching Maniac? Part of the reason, not the whole reason, but part of the reason we're watching Maniac, and she will never admit this, but part of the reason we're watching Maniac is because Tommy from Power is in a guest spot. Like, Tommy.
know
All
him.
right, well, let's watch this. Let's watch this. It might be good. So, yeah.
Okay, that's something. PlayStation Now, everybody. I don't even know where to go from that. You know what Tommy's not in? Whatever. Spider-Man overtakes God of War as the fastest selling PlayStation 4 game of all time. God damn, in one fucking year. Less than a year. Like 2 games. Just
How long has this game been out?
2.5 weeks at this point.
Wow.
During its first three days, the first 3 days it was on sale. So September 7th, 8th, and 9th, 3.3 million copies of Spider-Man were sold for PlayStation 4.
Yo, that's like Call of Duty numbers. Like, it's better than Call of Duty because that game sells like fucking crazy all the time, right? And if you put that, what is that? 3.1 million sold in the first 3 days.
That's from God of War.
$60
yeah, wait. God of War 3.1. Spider-Man was 3.3.
Jesus Christ. Million. So what is that in money-wise, monetarily?
Get the calculator out in my phone. So, all right, let's see here.
While you all calculate that, this puts a lot of. You think this puts a lot of pressure on Insomniac to deliver? And Spider-Man 2, do you think
no more than usual? Like
$198 million.
Yes.
God damn. Whew.
It's not like Insomniac is some fucking Johnny-come-lately developer.
Certainly not, but you know what? I mean, they haven't. They make darling games, but nothing that sells like this.
That's not true. Because, I mean, not to this level, but if you compare it by era, like the first Spyro was like a mega success in that age. It sold over 1 million copies.
That came off the heels of the mascot platformer craze.
Right, but the game was still like, it wouldn't have sold that well if it wasn't a good game.
Well, what about like, I know they've had 3 resistances.
Mm-hmm.
But resistance isn't the
Resisti is, I believe, the plural.
The Resisti series is not remembered fondly, is it?
No, and I think part of the reason why is because remembered fondly is not the same as commercial success. Because I think the people that played those games really liked them, but the problem is that was a new series that came out when the PlayStation 3 launched, which of course for the first 2 years was not anything to write home about. And then by the time
a horrendous control scheme. If anybody remember playing Resistance, it had one of the worst control schemes for a first-person shooter I've ever played. I was like, this is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and weird.
And by the time like Killzone 3 came out, like it kind of had Resistance's lunch at that point. And Sunset Overdrive, I mean, I put the blame for that on Microsoft and their poor marketing of the Xbox One. So I think they've been in just
Sunset Overdrive is actually a very good game. It's just you know.
Yeah, I think they've been unlucky with their mega successes, and like Spyro and Ratchet and Clank notwithstanding, of course, because of course those have been their 2 most successful franchises to this point. And no one thought that Fuse was a good game, so like that was a swing and a miss.
Jesus,
from them. But no, I don't think that they're gonna feel all of a sudden like under the gun, like to put out when Spider-Man 2 eventually has to happen. I think they'll just do what they do.
Do you see this as someone? I was watching some video and. Someone who works in Insomniac, I think the game director was quoted as saying that they see this as the Iron Man for Marvel video games.
That's a bold proclamation, especially considering that Batman already came out.
Yeah. Well, that in a sense that they want this to be the thing that sparks off the Marvel video game boom.
Oh, I see.
It makes sense, but like, you can't do this with every Marvel character.
No, nor can you do it in video games in general, because you can make a movie in 2 years, and you can have multiple production teams working on multiple movies at a time. But games are a little bit of a different animal, unless you have a stable of like 5 studios that are constantly working on the next Marvel game. Mm-hmm. I don't see how that could be.
You know how long the credits were for fucking Spider-Man? If you let them run, when you finish it, that shit was 30 minutes.
Yeah, I stopped. I was like, all right,
yeah, I stopped too because I didn't. I was stopped like 20 something minutes. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, like, and it took 4 years. It took 4 years to make this game. So like, what, are we gonna wait another 4 years for another a Marvel game? Nah. And again, what character are you gonna use? Iron Man?
That's a big question. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, they should make an Iron Man game." No, they shouldn't.
Like, what are you gonna do? Because this essentially a flying, like Superman. That's why they haven't been able to make a Superman game worth a damn. Like, flying characters are really difficult to make games for.
Yeah,
just in general. So, like, what do you do? Like,
I
you
feel
have
like
to
Iron Man would almost be like a Gundam game. Like, they'd have to make like an Americanized version of a Gundam game.
What is he gonna fight? Like, who is he gonna fight? Like Thor? No, you can't really do that. I mean, you can. Like, Thor, you just take the God of War approach to it. You could, I guess.
We forget though that Square is still supposedly working on that big Marvel project that they haven't released a lot of details on yet. So we'll see when that happens. So.
Right. Okay. We'll see. Sure. So yeah, again,
now it'll be a smack hit.
Again, it's going to depend upon the character that they use and how much time they put into the game. But nah, man, like, I'm not waiting another 4 years for like a AAA Marvel game to come out because it might not be the character that I want to play with. Like Spider-Man, he's had 30 something games come out in the last 30 years, and this is the best one. Well, he fits he fits the video game narrative. The way he controls, the way he can swing through the city, it just works.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some games it didn't really work out that well. Like, what are you gonna do? What would you do in a Captain America game? What would that be?
It would just be a third-person action game. That's all.
Yeah, like
just like the Captain America movie game.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Well, and that taps into like the reason why Spider-Man works well is because it translates well into a popular genre of games, and not all Marvel characters would necessarily do that.
Like, I'm not trying to be fucking Captain America running around through an open world. Like, he'd have to go from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how fun?
It would have to be a beat 'em up.
People.
Yeah, it would have to be a beat 'em up. What if the Iron Man game was like a first person shooter?
That would be horrible. Yeah. Like, it would have like the face, the inside of his mask.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole game though, you'd be fucking running around like this the entire time. Yeah, you're very cool.
That would be really fucking dumb. Yeah, that would look really terrible. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, you can't really.
Or you can dual wield fucking Repulsors. Repulsors Akimbo.
Oh, running around like an yeah, you would look like a fucking moron playing that game. Why your arms just kind of floating around? Like, they make a VR game.
Oh shit!
I don't. Or just do what they did with what was it? The X-Men, like the RPG light games that they had. Those were really actually really fun games. What the hell were they? And made by Ravensoft. God damn.
Oh yeah. The Legends game.
Yeah. Those are fun, but
yeah, they already did that. Like, they already did that.
Again, I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't think the characters are fit fucking video game.
Oh, you do nothing.
Setting. Yeah, yes, it is what it is. But that's a lot of goddamn copies. That's crazy. And last up, you can now have your Switch account and play your games on multiple Switch consoles. But apparently, because Nintendo, what's the problem here?
So you can have when you have a Switch family account now, you can have your account on multiple Nintendo Switch consoles, and you can download your games onto a secondary console. However, there's your account's on there, you should be able to share the games, right? But there's two catches. The catch number one is that you have to constantly be online if you're not playing on the primary console in order to play these games. Catch number two is if you're playing your game on your regular console and somebody boots up the game on the other console, it's going to kick you off on the regular console immediately. You can only have it running on one console at a time.
Of course.
because Nintendo is still in the dark ages when it comes to this whole online account thing.
They're getting there.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, they're getting there.
That was not the last story, by the way, Terrence. There's 3 more. 3 more.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. What? Vita manufacturing and shipping ending in 2019.
And
who's still purchasing Vitas? Are they still buying them in Japan?
They are still buying them in Japan. When I first heard this news, I heard a brief silence that came much like through the force of the entire world not giving a fuck and going on about their day.
I didn't know they were still making them.
Yeah,
like I just didn't. Like, do they still bring games out for them?
In Japan, they most of the games that come out now are like indie titles that they put out in the PlayStation Store, and then they're usually available on other consoles as well. So it'll also shock you that that according to Hiroki Oda, who is the senior vice president for Sony Interactive Entertainment, said there are no plans for a successor to the PlayStation Vita.
Yeah, good. You don't really need one. You just sold 3.3 million copies of Spider-Man in 2 days. Like, what the fuck? You're fine. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Wow. PS4 exclusivity now only lasts for a week for Call of Duty.
I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, why? It's 4 days. It's 5 days. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe PlayStation cut back the amount of money they were paying for that exclusive license, I suppose. If they're paying the same amount and they're only getting a week of exclusivity, I'd be like, hey, Activision, you want to cut that time that we're exclusive by a quarter? I'm gonna fucking take all but a quarter of that money.
Right.
Like, what is exclusive? What was the exclusives on PS4?
For PS4, it's the same thing that Xbox had last generation, where for the first 30 days that new maps come out and new modes and stuff like that, they're on PlayStation 4 exclusively for a month, and then they come to Xbox after that. But now it's a week.
Whatever.
Console was stupid.
Yeah, I was about to say it's really fucking.
I'm gonna say this is great news for people that hate the concept of console exclusives, which I completely understand. But I
now it's just insulting, though. Like, I would, if you're gonna say console exclusive, be exclusive for a pretty decent amount of time, like a week.
Like Destiny, where the shit's exclusive for a fucking year.
Yeah, like that's exclusive.
Like, hey, Xbox owners are like waiting for their Borealis sniper rifles to come down finally.
Right. Like, get out of here. Like, well, we can play that new Strike. Like, no, I've played that Strike 8 billion times. I'm tired of
it. Whatever. And finally, Nobou Uematsu cancels all of his current God damn it, ad blocker. Ceased work due to illness. Oh, he's sick. Okay. Legendary video composer Nobou Uematsu has announced he can no longer continue with his current projects due to ill health. What has he done?
He is
scored Chrono Trigger, Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, and starring main theme for Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
He is the most, I mean, if you've played a JRPG from the mid 90s on to now, that's been under the Square banner, there's a good chance you've probably heard one of his scores. He's a guy that I really like quite a bit as far as his composing. Was he? No, he wasn't. When Mike and I went to the Final Fantasy concert one year, he wasn't there. He recorded a message, I believe.
Yeah,
and played that during.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't come to Baltimore.
But he's I mean, he's an awesome composer. I do hope that his health issues are not anything serious. It was just exhaustion, because the dude's been working his ass off for the past fucking 30 years making video game scores. But yeah, so he said that he would his career's on hold indefinitely, and he'll return to work if he can recover to the point that he can produce his standard quality of music, according to him.
There you go. All right.
So that is it for headlines. Don't forget to go to densepixels.com/Amazon whenever you need to order anything off of Amazon.com, be it big or small. Everything that you order on that website using our link will be the same price whether you use our link or not. But the difference is we get a very small percentage of the sale, a commission that helps support the show and keeps it nice and free. So again, densepixels.com/Amazon. Think of us whenever you use your Amazon purchase, and thank you to everybody that has done it to date.
Telltale Games, the developers of licensed adventure games such as the Walking Dead series, Game of Thrones, Enter the Borderlands, the Batman games, the Guardians of the Galaxy, those fairy tale games. They have laid off most of their staff as it prepares to shut down completely. From Telltale. Today, Telltale Games made the difficult decision to begin a majority studio closure following a year marked by insurmountable challenges. A majority of the company's employees were dismissed earlier this morning, with a small group of 25 employees still staying on to fulfill the company's obligations to its boards and partners.
And by the way, if you were wondering if those obligations were finishing the last season of The Walking Dead, it is not.
No, it is not. So they are finishing Minecraft story mode because that takes priority. I mean, it sucks that people lost their job. From what I understand, from what I've been hearing from other stories, Telltale was not a good place to work because they kind of flew too close to the sun, and they started taking on more work than they can put out, which is weird because all they do is just use the same fucking engine over and over and over again. You know, I played Telltale Games. I hate to be that guy, but I played Telltale Games back when they were nobody. Back when you had to play them on Steam and use an actual mouse to search for things. And they were good and they were funny, and not to say that these aren't. I think the only game that people seem to not really care for is the Game of Thrones games. From what I understand, those games aren't exactly the best, but everything else.
I think I played a little bit of the first one. I'm like, these are not games.
Yeah, they're
just not. They're just interactive movies,
right? But I part of me is not surprised that this is happening. But I figured they would at least finish out the series that put them on the map. You know, finish out the Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up because I thought they were didn't they just put the first one out, or they at least announced it?
The first 2 episodes are out.
Oh, they are.
Right now,
damn.
yeah.
Wow.
And I don't think they plan on doing the last 3. So if you bought the season pass, I wonder what the fuck that means for you. Are you just like screwed?
Yeah, I think
out of the majority of that money. That sucks. This rings a cautionary tale to me, because Telltale was one of those studios that had a lot of like good vibes from the community around it. They were generally thought of as a, you know, like the indie studio that could sort of mentality. Mm-hmm. But yet they still put their employees through serious crunch time, and they still apparently didn't, you know, have the best treatment of them. And I remember earlier in the year there was a big kerfuffle where a lot of people left that were higher up, and now their reward is no severance, health insurance only that lasts for the next week, and that's it, and it's done. So I think that this, for some reason, I think that this specific news will do more than anything has done in the recent history to really push the public to push for better working conditions in game studios. Because I think there's gonna be a lot of blowback from this from the games journalists or like games media who, like, you know, are friends with a lot of these guys and you know, feel very strongly about them. Mm-hmm. So I think I don't know why I think that this is going to happen this way, but yeah, I think that this is going to really push the direction in maybe not towards unionizing, but just encouraging companies to just treat their staff better and that's going to be incumbent on gamers as well to accept some inconveniences. Like if you don't want studios to do crunch anymore, then you're going to have to be okay when a month before a game comes out or a month and a half before a highly anticipated game comes out, maybe it gets delayed for 4 or 5 months. Because that's the breaks. So, but I was shocked to hear this news. I know Micah said we probably should have seen it coming, and maybe we should have, like hindsight being 2020. But I was legitimately surprised when this news broke on I think it was Thursday last week.
Yeah, I mean, because you figure, wow, they're getting all this pub, they have all these licenses, they must be rolling in dough, and but I gotta tell you, man, you know, I don't.
Oh, they were definitely a one-trick pony. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't.
Yeah, and some of them I liked, but like those Batman games, I never finished them. Like, I never, I didn't even bother with Guardians of the Galaxy or Game of Thrones. And the only reason I even started Tales from the Borderlands is because it was free.
That's why I started Game of Thrones,
Right?
Because it was free.
But they wear out their welcome pretty quick. But I'm not, and that's not to say if you enjoy those games that you shouldn't. Like, of course you should. But hell, those games are like gateway drugs to get people into video games. But yeah, it just sucks, man. It just sucks. Like maybe not do 8 of these things at one time, apparently. So that sucks, man. You know what else sucks? Being abused. And we talk about fighting games a lot because we like fighting games. Brad and Terrence are good at them, and I'm a cheerleader. And, I'm just standing up.
You are too modest and also hyping me up way too much.
I've yet to play Brad in a fighting game.
You would win.
I know some people that look. I don't play Street Fighter 5. Give me an hour with a character that could probably beat you. You know who you are. Continue.
Well,
just saying.
Well, one famous Street Fighter player, Lee Si-wong, Infiltration, is reportedly in trouble because he reportedly battered and tortured his ex-wife, Kim Yang Lee. Reports indicate
he's only 33.
Yeah, he's 33.
I thought he was like 40. He looks like he's like 40 something years old.
I thought he was younger because I don't know how Asian people age. I just don't. You all have beautiful porcelain skin, and you age until you don't age until you do, and then you do.
I call it the Asian wall. It may be offensive, but it's the truth.
Yeah, the Great Wall of Aging. It is impenetrable until it is.
We're gonna get a letter, whatever.
Probably.
I don't care.
It's a
truth.
Reports indicate that Kim Yang Lee recorded one incident and transcribed it so it could be used as evidence against an ongoing Korean court case. The information emerged via an anonymous Reddit account that was at first dismissed by some, but now Panda Global, the esports team Infiltration is a member of, has announced that the Street Fighter expert will not compete in the Street Fighter V Capcom Pro Tour Premier Tournament at the Tokyo Game Show, which was this past weekend, until it conducts its investigation. This is terrible, man. I am very inclined. I believe victims. I believe that there are way more women in this world who do not lie about that stuff than who do. And this is terrible, man. And I hope this guy gets what's coming to him. I hope he loses all endorsements. I hope he has to find something else to do with his life. I hope he goes to jail. Because this I don't tolerate it.
Yeah. Nah.
I was reading the skimming. I shouldn't say reading. Skimming through the Reddit comments where this was brought up in the first place, and it sounds pretty awful. It's actually amazing that it's not getting more pickup in the games media than it is, because this story actually dropped like 3 days ago. This first I heard about it was today when I was skimming for news stories. It's pretty awful. Domestic violence is really shitty, no matter where it happens. And yeah, like if he is guilty of these things, if he did these things, then yeah, I hope he gets punished and we never have to see him again.
Yeah,
in the FGC. So
yeah, and it's weird, man. Like the fighting game community is like it's full of healthy competition, but like everybody is generally supportive. So you would like to think that like people take that home with them. Like, I don't know.
No, I mean, and yeah, this case, this story does remind you that deep down there are a lot of people that you might like a lot that are probably assholes.
Yeah, man. God, I can't
never forget that.
So they kicked him off the tour. Meanwhile, we got a fucking motherfucker that's about to be nominated as a goddamn Supreme Court judge who probably raped someone.
Yeah.
And they want to push him through. Great.
You know what? He did. He did.
I think he did. I'm pretty sure.
He did.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with us? I don't.
Human beings are terrible creatures, man.
Just makes me fucking it's just gross. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Because you're a well-adjusted individual, despite what
some might
say about you. Yes.
Yeah, some people think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy.
You just hide it well.
That's
so yeah, kick them out, man. Kick them out and throw them in jail. Fuck them. How about you infiltrate a jail cell, nigga? Get the fuck out of
here. So not to leave it on 2 down stories this week, but that's the show, guys. Sorry. But don't forget to go to densepixels.com/fans, which is our Facebook fan group. We're in there every day having discussions with you guys. Leave us 5-star review on iTunes. If you do, we read it on the air for you. You can plug whatever you want in there as well. Make sure you, again, subscribe to the show on whatever podcatcher you use. Go to youtube.com/densepixels and subscribe there as well. And if you are on Twitch TV, I am DensePixels Brad, which I'm, again, not going to be using that much anymore. Terrence is Apparition 410. Micah is Dense Black Nerd. And Carrie is Suppets Carrie. And again, Carrie's still fundraising for her Extra Life fundraiser. So details can be found in densepixels.com/fans. She's posting there a couple times about that. If you can, please donate to her. She's going to be streaming on October 27th for 24 hours, contributing, I believe, to the Johns Hopkins Children's Hospital. Could be wrong about that. It sounds right, though.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So again, check out densepixels.com/fans for information on where you can contribute to that. Again, that is it. We will see you guys next week. Thank you very much for listening.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Watching the Dense Pixels YouTube channel, click the subscribe button while you're here, and make sure you check out our weekly podcast where we discuss the latest gaming news and our impressions on what games we've been playing.